Hey everybody, my name is Ashley.
I'm Kaylin.
And this is Libatious Podcast.
You got your mic?
Yeah.
Good and ready? Good and
Yeah.
plenty? What's good and plenty? Is that a Target brand? The Target, like...
It's Good and Gather.
Good and Gather. What's good and plenty? Is that like a...
I think you just made that up.
I thought good and plenty was like... I don't know why I'm saying plenty. Like I'm putting the emphasis on like a weird... on the T.
I think you just made that up.
Good and Gather? That's
no,
what it is?
Good and Plenty. Yeah, it's Good and Gather.
Oh. I feel like good and plenty is a thing though. I have a phone. I could look it up. Anyway, I don't know why we even said that. What did
You
we
said
say?
that.
I said good and... Oh. I already messed it up. Anyway.
You brought up Good and Plenty. I don't know. Fuck.
I said... I just thought that it was a Target thing. And I was going to say shout out to Target. Anyway. It is a candy. Okay.
Candy.
Okay, I did. Okay, that's what I thought. Did I say it was candy? Or was that...
Target.
Did I say that in my... I said, was it Target? And you said Good and Gather's Target. And I was like, okay, so it's Good and Plenty of candy. Did I say that? Or did I say that in my brain?
I don't remember you saying that.
Oh, God. I'm speaking through my brain right now.
Because you said, that's not Target?
You know what I'm feeling like right now?
What?
Moon Knight. What's real? What's not? What's even real?
Totally
But
different.
you know what is real? These drinks we have in front of our faces. Yeah. We have the High Noon. And we're showing it to a camera that we don't
Who knows if the entire thing will be out?
Yes, we don't actually know if it's going to actually work. We need an actual, video camera.
How many times can you say actual? Actually.
Actually need an actual, literal...
Actual.
Very much real...
Actually. Camera
that we need to record with. But we have this drink called High Noon.
I'm about to open it.
And we've pretty much been... let's do it. Let's open it up. Oh. I've been biting my nails too much. That really hurt.
That hurt.
Went under. Did it hurt for you too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
it's hurt my skin though.
We can't open cans anymore? What's happening? Okay, let's do our cheers. Cheers to the beer and the ones who aren't here. What was your flavor? You have the pineapple?
Pineapple. What you got?
I have grapefruit. It actually tastes... So, the thing that they boast about this, there is a whole big thing of hair on there. I think it's yours.
Probably.
I don't have
that.
I don't have that long hair. It was dark like yours. So
it's your side chick.
My side chick. Okay, yeah. But so the High Noons, it's actual vodka with. It's not like an actual seltzer, which I think is why we like it so much. Because it's like vodka and soda, which you were drinking anyway before we found High Noon. You were drinking the vodka and soda, and you had your little squish, which you called it, the drink enhancer. So pretty much High Noon is the same thing. It's just it comes with it comes with the flavoring. So yeah, like this grapefruit tastes really good. And we tried the other day. What was it? The pool party High Noon. That just came out. That just came out. That was good. We might try it on. We might drink it on another podcast.
What was the flavor I liked a lot?
So it had
surprisingly?
it had guava, lime. Yeah, surprisingly it was lime. You said you liked lime.
Peach.
Strawberry. No, it wasn't strawberry.
No, what was it?
It was kiwi.
Oh yeah, kiwi. That was good.
Yeah. So, but the pack that we got this from
guava was good.
Yeah, I want to try that one. But
you did try it.
Or no, guava. I want another one. I want more. Because that was only an 8-pack. But the 12-pack for this one. What is it? We have grapefruit. We have pineapple, watermelon, and what's the last one? Oh dang, black cherry. Black cherry. That's what it is. Black cherry is pretty good. But yeah. So that's what we're drinking tonight. Cheers to everyone. If you haven't already cheersed with us, another cheers to you. But yeah, I think I said something about Moon Knight because I'm already losing touch with reality.
You have it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm already losing touch with reality. She's yawning already. She's losing touch with reality too.
It's been a long day.
It has been. We've been productive. Also there was an entire very emotionally taxing thing that happened to us today.
Literally like an hour ago, I think.
Yeah, not too much. Not too long ago.
I'm traumatized.
We're
For life.
So I mean, not really anyone knows, but we're in the middle of a move.
Yeah.
And so there's things all over the place. But we sat down. We just got back from your parents.
Yeah.
And we sat down and we're like, okay, time to like relax for a little bit. And then Ashley, and then we're sitting there.
No, you weren't.
Oh, I was doing the dish. Oh, I was doing the dishes. And then I hear a little screech, a little yell, a little scream, if you will. And then I come in, and Ashley's on top of the couch, standing on top of the couch, and she was like, "I saw a mouse." And I'm like, "Oh no, wait, what?" And then she's like, "There's a mouse over there." And then so I basically tried to do. So I played cat and mouse with this mouse for about what? It was like 5-10 minutes.
No, it was like 15, it was a long time. 20 minutes.
Yeah, like 20 minutes. At first, I didn't even see it.
It's so tiny.
It was very tiny. It was a very small mouse. I didn't see it, but Ashley pointed over to that corner. It was over there.
It was under his chest.
Yeah, it was under my...
And somehow it snuck behind our TV stand.
My little chest box.
Where I was seeing it, and like there's nothing in between the TV stand and the chest, like it's open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was running. It was running behind it.
I know, but we shouldn't be able to see.
Yeah, and then and then it was over in the other corner.
I saw it go behind the plant.
Mm-hmm. And then, so at that point, I hadn't seen it yet, but you'd seen it twice. Yeah. So I was going over there, and I had the broom, like every cartoon where there's a mouse, like Tom and Jerry, where they're trying to smack the mouse.
Or hid under the lamp.
The lamp, yep.
And then you saw it, and then it started to run towards your desk.
Yeah, I moved the lamp forward, and then it was just hiding there. It was just like, thought if it made itself as small as possible, I wouldn't see it. So then I was like trying to coerce it back.
You should have just put the broom on top of it then, you know what I mean?
And I didn't think about that. I was trying to like guide it towards, because I had a box open that I wanted to go into. Close, though? No, it wasn't. Right. I was trying to so it ran behind my desk, and then I got it to go back to the corner. Here's the play. It ran to the desk, it came back, it ran all the way back across the room
to where it go back under the chest, but it wasn't there.
Trying to go back under. And then...
It went under the radiator.
Yeah, and then it started running towards the couch, and then Ashley's screams got louder. Mm-hmm. And I was just
Because you were like, oh, it's coming out. Yeah, and I was like, yeah!
Yeah, so it started running. It's not by
the walls anymore?
Yeah, because mice really... from what I've read, mice like to stay next to, like, walls. Yeah, so they like to run next to it, yeah. So I was surprised. I thought that was just a mouse rule. I thought that was just the mouse decree. Thou shall always stay next to walls. Mm-hmm. So, but it ran towards us, or it ran towards the couch, and Ashley was freaking out a little bit. I was freaking out a little bit. I
couldn't see it.
I was freaking out a little bit.
It's coming towards you.
And so I grabbed the nearest, since we're moving, we have a bunch of like Amazon boxes that we're keeping open and like stuff like that. So I grabbed the nearest Amazon box and I put it in front of it, and it actually ran into the box, and I was like, oh, okay, so I got it.
You heard it jumping in there?
Yeah, and I was scratching. And then
I was like, you better secure that motherfucking box.
Right, I secured it. I closed the thing. I didn't know why. I thought, because it's a mouse, I thought it might be able to like climb up the sides and like an ant.
It was like kind of jumping, so
it was trying to jump out. So I closed the box up. I ran outside, and of course, everyone in the it was a nice day out, so everybody and their mothers were like walking and doing all this stuff, and I was like, I feel weird letting this mouse out in front of like people walking their dogs, and somebody had just got like parked and was going back into the apartment and everything. I was like, you know what, whatever. So I just went to a patch of grass.
Mind you, we've been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
And we've never had mice problems.
Never. So
I'm assuming that it was like a...
What do you call it? Droplets? Mouse droplets?
Yeah.
We've never seen any mouse droplets or anything. And then, all right, we still haven't... We were looking for them because we literally saw a physical mouse.
So I'm assuming it was like a... This is a warm, quiet place. They're not here.
Yeah. And they just did like a pest thing, and since we're moving, we were like, well, we don't really need to get like our apartment treated, so because we're moving. So I'm guessing they did the treatment for everybody except for our apartment. And so like that, it was like, oh, I don't smell anything weird in here, so I'm just gonna walk into their place. So I feel like, well, we got stuff.
Yeah, personally
So
from our old apartment, because
yeah, there was
our apartment, before we even signed the lease, they warned us that they had
yeah a
problems
rodent problem
due to sharing an alleyway with a bar.
Yeah, which I guess mice love bars.
Because it's just like, the garbage and,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do.
checking the way.
There's a lot of stuff in those dumpsters. But yeah, that was our day. I mean,
We painted.
we painted today. That was pretty good. That was pretty cool. And we actually like the color, so hopefully we can keep that streak up when we get a whole house, and we're painting and like making the rooms the way we want them to be. I don't want any buyer's remorse with paint, but sometimes it just happens like that. You paint an entire room, and you're like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't happen to us.
I think if we're like questioning the color, we should probably get like the tester, like the.
I mean, we did like
No, get a tiny.
a tester. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, because
Not buy an entire gallon, because we were just fucked.
yeah, exactly. Because I mean, yeah, if we had the whole gallon, I mean.
Could you imagine? We'd be like, what do we do with this?
Well, that's when you just do an accent wall. And you're like, okay, well, hopefully the color isn't something you just dislike completely, and you're like, I don't want to see this in my house.
Yeah, then you're screwed.
But if you have a gallon of paint and you're like, okay,
or you can return it. I think because when we went to Menards, they had like paint looked like it was used or whatever returned. It was in like their little section in the
I
back.
didn't even see that.
I went back there with my dad.
Oh, in the back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was standing next to the guy while he was
Mixing
putting all the
paint.
stuff into the computer.
I like seeing that. It's cool.
It's fun. It's cool. It's just, I don't understand. It just like, yeah, you put on this
Like,
plate and it goes like, it just like shakes a bunch,
and
and
then you
I'm
put
like,
those,
okay,
like, to put the colors
little
in.
drops in. Yeah. It's I mean, it's all, I guess it's all
Mixing.
yeah. It's like, I mean, I do the same thing when I'm working at on AutoCAD. There's like
All that mail.
yeah, that's a lot of mail. Like, we got to get rid of it. We got to burn it. Let's just have a bonfire and just throw all the mail.
I think
in.
some of it might be taxes too. We gotta.
Oh, jeez. Good thing we got done with our taxes at the 11th hour. Hopefully, if you're listening to this right now, you filed an extension if you haven't done your taxes.
Right.
But that's adulting stuff. That's adult stuff. But yeah.
Okay, so.
But enough about that.
Yeah, the
Let's
weekend's
talk about-
been busy but productive and great.
It's been great. Yes.
But yeah, so you were saying you feel like Moon Knight.
I do feel like Moon Knight because we've been watching Moon Knight, and it's funny because it's like just the right amount of confusing. It's like, okay, this is compelling TV, and I'm confused because they want me to be confused, and I'm not confused because they're just trying to give me too much information at the same time. Or yeah, at the same time. So like this last episode of Moon Knight that we just saw, was it episode 4? I think it was 4.
I don't know. I'm losing track.
I think it was 4. Last time we were talking about it was episode 2, and it's been 2 weeks since then.
Yeah, it might be 4, yeah.
I think so. But that one, so they have the whole thing. It's the whole Indiana Jones scene, like just like theme of the entire thing. But then they have an entire. We don't know where it is. It's just, it seems like it's in an insane asylum kind of scene.
But it's
Like,
clearly.
Obviously spoilers, but we're not gonna go into detail. But it's just very odd, and you're just like, okay, so
Certain
how
people have you seen.
Yeah, yes, people show up that we've seen throughout the series so far, and you're like, wait, so has he just been in an asylum?
Yeah.
And is he populating like the entire like
Until the end happened, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, okay,
and
so.
then, yeah, and then
And
the
obviously
end
a certain scene where.
right, yeah. So it's just it's a crazy wild ride, and also even the Indiana Jones stuff. Like there's, I like the more
Steven, right?
yeah. Well, no, the more I think about like the
Because I kept
first.
calling his name was Steven in the movie.
Oh, Stephen Grant is in the insane asylum. That's the Indiana Jones like movie thing. But in the actual like when they're in Egypt, which we don't even know if that's real or not.
Right.
But when they're in Egypt, I lost it. It's gone. It's leaving me.
They're in Egypt. We're talking about the insane asylum.
I had a point on
We don't know if it's real.
if it's real or not. Yeah, I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. It left me. Yeah, it's gone. I was gonna make a point. I was gonna equate something to something else. Oh no. Okay, I got it. It's back. It's back. So the very beginning of that episode, right? They're getting attacked by, I guess, the bad guys' minions or whatever, and Layla has to fend herself off. And there's like a random truck in the middle of the desert. I don't know why,
right?
But like she's like, okay, there's a random truck down there, so she goes and hides in there and whatever. She finds some flares.
Oh, their truck.
Oh, there was their truck. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. So she gets a flare. She does her whole thing, gets out of it, and then she basically throws like a flare into the ammunition of the other truck. But then she's like, so. I don't know if it's production error, which with the Marvel, this kind of production of Marvel, I don't think they would do that. But I don't think they would like overlook that. But she's like, obviously she's behind the truck, right? And they do the behind the back shot. And she's basically standing with her arm next to the truck, full body out and everything like that. But then there's like bullets flying everywhere because she threw fire into ammunition. And she doesn't and nothing even goes close to her. And it's like, obviously it's kind of like Indiana Jones where people are getting shot at and nothing happens at all.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna stand in the open and like shoot at people, right. And then nothing gets anywhere close to me
the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if it was because they were trying to do that, but it's also like that's another thing where it's like, okay, so is that even real? Is this even real?
Right.
What is it? So, but no, it's very fun to watch like week to week. I don't know if you are listening to this and you're waiting for it to end. I'm sure binging it is going to be a different experience, but I mean, I feel like we should go back and watch because we've pretty much all of the Disney Plus series that's come out. We've been watching it. We've watched them week to week. I wonder what it'd be like watching them
throughout,
like binging the entire series, or at least watching like first half in one day and second half in another day.
Which
that kind
ones?
of thing. I don't.
Loki,
maybe Loki. Yeah,
WandaVision was
the they had the suspenseful.
Yeah.
They made it so it was going to be suspenseful, that kind of thing. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I don't think we need to watch again. But maybe Loki. Just try to see if we can find some like Easter eggs that we didn't really see before. But I mean, I'm gonna. Moon Knight, I feel like, is the first Disney Plus series that I'm going to want to watch multiple times.
Same.
Like, I want to go back and watch it again.
I'm sure it's all going to be something that we didn't catch before. We'll catch the second or third time.
I mean, I'm the guy with I have 2 ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics tattooed on my body, so I might be a little biased on an Egyptian themed show, but
just a little bit,
just maybe a little bit, but I mean, Moon Knight is one of the it's just what it's. I love it. I don't know what else to say. I love it. And my name is Stephen Grant, and that's about accent. He has a accent Oscar Isaac actually does a really good job with his I mean, he's a really good actor. So it's just really fun to see
him.
He did a good job, because you can definitely tell. But it's funny too, because sometimes we're trying to figure out because sometimes they don't specifically say who it is.
You
but
can tell
but
by
with
how they're
his
talking, obviously.
yeah, well
Because accents.
by how they're talking, but sometimes they just show him. It's the same body, obviously, right? So like sometimes like I know with like Steven, it seems like he like hunches a little bit
Yeah,
and
he's
he's like
shy and timid.
a little bit more meek, and then Mark is like more sure of himself, but kind of not as like he's just like okay, I just needed he's on a mission, right?
Yeah.
But like there's some scenes where like when he wakes up after Layla figures her stuff out, you're like, who is it? Who woke up? That kind of thing, and we were like, I think it's Steven who woke up, which I think it turned out to be right. But it was like, but he hasn't talked yet, and so like yeah, later when they're driving, he's like, it's just you and me, Layla, whatever his accent. I can't do that. I can't do accents. I hate
Was
it.
it British or whatever?
British.
British.
But yeah, so and then we've been watching New Rockstars, and apparently there's a third in the comics. There's a third alter.
Yeah.
Is it? That's what they were
I think it's what
talking
it's
about.
called, yeah.
So
Alter.
I think last time we talked about it, we said multiple personality disorder. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
D&D.
DID.
D-I-D?
Dissociative
Oh, yeah.
dissociative identity disorder. So I don't know, like, because we're learning we're learning with New Rockstars, and I mean obviously they've done their research on in Marvel thing, but also this is a supernatural like
But people have said like, they've
superhero
done
thing.
pretty well at, like, portraying it.
Portraying it, yeah, and like how he turns, like if it, like when, because there is one thing where she's like, no, I want to talk to Mark, and then like a lot of the times when an alter's identity, like an alter's name is spoken, a lot of the times
They
that's
switch
when
over,
somebody
yeah.
can like that they can get brought out, that kind of thing. So which that's the craziest thing is like, but from what the random things that I've been listening, like with New Rockstars and stuff like that, it seems like that stuff is like actually can be triggered. It's not like something that you are born with, I guess. Maybe you're born with it, but
trauma.
it's triggered from trauma.
Yeah, and
Which
the
is
other
like-
person, that little alters are there to protect you. So you create another, like, you create
Right,
alters.
because you
So
have
you don't want your real self to deal with it. So like you become Mark, or you become Steven, or you
Yeah.
become whoever.
it's basically like a
So you can escape.
it's extreme compartmentalization, right? It's like you don't, your brain basically doesn't want to deal with this, but you obviously have to deal with it. So you deal with it as a single personality or a single individual.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is like, well, it's not crazy.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. It's wild that is an actual thing that happens to people.
Yeah, that the brain can,
Yeah, like that's
like,
just how.
create the accents, and sometimes
Right.
they say like those are like alters can speak a whole other language.
Yeah, a whole other language that
They have their own memories,
Right.
and
then
own
another
life.
alter doesn't even know the language of. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so it's like I keep saying that's crazy, but I'm saying it,
Interesting.
like that's wild, and I
Interesting.
don't understand it. Yeah, but it's really cool to see them tackle it in this show. And like I'm assuming that they're respecting everything, and
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of people have been saying like it's been a good portrayal, and I think it's funny because obviously everybody now gets a bunch of experts and things like that for these for shows like this.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, excuse you.
I burped and yawned.
Wow, it was a
Right?
big old burp and yawn.
Dang.
I was thinking of because they have a bunch of experts on shows like this, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when I was first diagnosed with diabetes, we were watching a show. I don't know if it was CSI or something. It was like NCIS. It was something.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those shows, one of those procedural shows, and I had just had the crash course on diabetes and everything, and you could tell that they don't use experts or even do any research on that. They were like,
Yeah,
because we were watching it, and then somebody was like, "Oh, they're having a diabetes. They're having a low blood sugar. They gotta go. They gotta go in the back room and take insulin." I was like, "They're gonna kill themselves." I was like, "What are you talking about? You can't give yourself insulin if you have a low blood sugar. You're just gonna make it worse." And then it was like, "Oh, it's just like an offhanded comment that they had in the thing." And it was like, even if you're doing an offhanded comment, it's like, can you at least be like, "Oh, they have a low blood sugar. They gotta eat something." No,
Right.
like. Everything for diabetes is just fixed with insulin. It's like that's not exactly how it works. That's not what you do. But it's just funny. Well, that was also I was diagnosed in like 2007, I think. So whatever 2007 writing was,
It's always trash with those shows.
yeah, with those shows, yeah. But it's I mean obviously with Disney they have international and like broad spectrum of
They're
like
trying to like continue a story, you know what I mean? Make sure you
yeah.
remember it. Like NCIS, those shows are like, let's just get them out, you know?
That is true. That is true. Like New
Moon Knight
Orleans.
Moon Knight is a part of,
Yeah.
Marvel, so, you gotta,
Yeah. I'm excited to see how Moon Knight's going to go into the broader MCU.
if he does.
I hope so. I hope he's just going to show I hope he just shows up
Becomes
randomly.
becomes Wanda's new bae.
Yeah, maybe. No, he's got a whole wife.
I'm joking.
He's got a whole wife. But I think it would be funny if he was like one of the cuz they teased Blade at the end of Eternals, which
haven't heard anything
that was
since
crazy.
then.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. And then they teased like what was his name supposed to be, the Black Knight or something like that, with the ebony blade or whatever.
For the guy.
Yeah,
I think so.
Kit Harington, I think. The King of the North from so many things. So many things we're putting in right now. From Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Who banged his who accidentally banged his aunt. Spoilers for Game of Thrones, but don't. I mean, if you're...
He was in love with her. They were in love with each other.
They were in love.
And she was like, it's okay. We didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Let's continue this.
And then he's like, oh, God. But, I mean, that was funny. It's funny. So, little tangent on that one. It's funny because that's a huge callback to, like, the first episode. Mm-hmm. Or not I think it was the first episode, actually, of Game of Thrones, where he's like, somebody was like, why don't you, like everybody's going around sleeping with like the women who you can just pay and sleep with someone, like that kind of thing. He was like, because I don't know my own mother, I don't know if I might be sleeping with my own mother if I pay blah blah blah, that kind of thing. And then it turns out he acts it like he's like, okay, I love her, I don't care, blah blah blah. And then it's like, yeah, you're related to her. It's like,
he's like,
shit.
I do care.
Shit. Yeah.
Go away.
It's crazy.
Bitch.
Yeah, right. Oh man, I mean the whole rushing of the end of Game of Thrones was crazy.
That was terrible. Don't even get me started on that.
But what I'm hoping with Moon Knight, yeah, going back to Moon Knight, or seeing Moon Knight in the broader MCU. What I'm hoping is that it's going to turn out to be kind of, because he's a night character. He's like strongest at night, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he runs around with Blade and all those, like all the people who like operate at night.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I've heard very bad things about Morbius, so I don't think Morbius is going to be is going to be doing any of that kind of stuff.
Trash.
We were across the street. We just brought up Morbius or something like that, and then
no, we're talking about like Marvel movies. And
Marvel, yeah.
And the bartender, he was like, don't even see Morbius. Before he even said anything, he was like, it was trash. And I went opening night.
Yeah, he was like, I went opening night. It's my biggest regret. Yeah. Recently, I was like, oh no. It's like, well, okay, well.
We won't do that.
I don't know.
Maybe when it's free.
Yeah,
we'll suffer.
I mean...
Or it's like $2 on Prime.
We have to, we're going to have to sacrifice one of our subscriptions to get HBO Max again, because we got to watch the new Suicide Squad, because apparently that was actually pretty good.
Okay.
And I know you love the original Suicide Squad anyway, so... Mm-hmm. Anything was going to be like, and any other Suicide Squad was going to be great for you, so right? Mm-hmm. I think so. And I've heard it was really good. But if Morbius pops up on Suicide, also we have to see the Batman, because we were so excited about the Batman, but we haven't gone to the movie theater. Like, we just haven't gone to the movies. We've been very busy.
Plus, we go during the week.
We've been chasing mice around our apartment.
Right.
Oh my god, I can't imagine. I'm glad that it was only. I mean, we went around and like looked and moved everything.
Mm-hmm. Our living room is destroyed. We gotta do our bedroom.
Our living room is destroyed.
We'll do our bedroom tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we didn't find any others. We didn't find any droplets.
All right. So
I don't know what's up with that. Was just crazy. It was this tiny little mouse. It was tiny. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad because I brought it out and then I had to take the trash out later, and then I saw it again. I saw it still in the alley. It was like hopping around. It looked like a little kangaroo, like the way it was like trying to run away. It like had a little like a little hind legs, like trying to like hop away. I was like, oh, Stuart. I just made Stuart homeless, but he was mooching off of our own home. Right. I can't have Stuart in our home. If I gave him him a little red shirt,
Mama Stu, I guess, isn't around.
Mama Stu, yeah. I think that was an adult. It was like a little field mouse, I guess. I don't know. Which a field mouse you would think would be fine. I just put it in the grass. It was fine. But then it started running straight back towards the apartment. I'm like, okay, no. Mikasa is not Tsukasa.
Right.
You need to get the fuck out. We're evicting you.
Pick my cotton, bitch.
You've been evicted, and now you got to pick my cotton.
Stay in my cotton field.
This brown ass mouse.
Where you belong.
Where you belong.
In this field.
In the field. You're a field mouse. No offense.
No.
But no, I mean, that was a wild time for us. We don't really get that kind of excitement around here. Yeah.
Traumatized. Other thing I'm sad about is, you know how Netflix gonna do a Bright 2?
Oh, yep.
And no, they're not, because fucking Will Smith can't keep his hands to himself.
Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Yep. And keep Bright 2 out of fucking Netflix. That's basically what he said at the same time. I wonder how, because we also, I mean, isn't Bel Air on HBO?
Is it? Or is it on
the Bel Air thing? I don't know. I don't know where it is, but I wonder how its ratings like did after that.
Probably dropped.
Yeah. I don't know how it was doing even beforehand.
Me either. Haven't seen anything. Haven't seen any ads since this came out.
Yeah, I feel like we saw all the ads when it first came out, and then there was like, okay, well, people know about it. People know about it, so just keep watching.
All the episodes are out.
I feel like that's the campaigns of a bunch of TV shows anyway too. They're like, okay, put everything out.
Streaming, and it's not on like a network.
Like, I haven't heard anything about the Batman since it came out. I feel like that's it. It was just like, okay, 2 weeks, marketing blitz. Let's go. Just put it out for
something
everything.
New every day.
Go. I'm sure it's expensive to do that too. So like, as soon as they're like done with it, they're like, okay, we need to stop. We need to stop hemorrhaging money right now.
I'll look right into that light. Oh,
don't look into the bright light. Bright light. I
just did.
But yeah, no, I mean, at this point it's old news, but also the memes. Actually, the memes were for a good 2 weeks after the Oscars, I think. And then now it's just everybody's like, okay, and then what? Oh, I think there was another red table or red
Did
table
she do
talk.
Another one?
Yeah,
supposedly
I think people are trying to cancel Jada Smith now.
Yeah,
because of that.
People were like, okay, she's clearly controlling.
It seems like she's manipulating him.
Yeah.
He was laughing at that joke before he looked over,
right,
and then he
saw she was like upset,
and then the fear of the Lord went into him, and he was like, I gotta defend. He went to it's crazy because he was like, he did the whole movie I, Robot, and he hated robots, but then he's turning into one right now. He was laughing at the joke. He was like, that was actually a good G.I. Jane joke. Okay. And then he turns and then he just immediately turn into Terminator.
It's
just
like,
go
kill enemy, kill enemy.
Yeah, and then he gets up. Like, honestly, he could have just said, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," and not slap the shit out of Chris
Exactly.
Rock.
Those people were saying like leave it at that.
Yeah, he
And
could have
talk
said
to him
that. He was
after.
like,
Oops.
just been like, not funny, and then Chris Rock would be like, "Oh, okay, sorry." But he had to go up there and do a stage slap. He put his whole arm into that. He pivoted. He went. Exactly straight from Friends. He brought a couch with him and went pivot right in his face, and then he walked back, did a little like adjusted,
gave a shitty apology.
And gave a shitty apology, and then also won an Oscar. That's crazy. That was a crazy night for Will Smith. There was when I it was funny the night that happened. We don't watch award shows because we find them extremely boring, right?
Yeah, only time we only watch like the music awards because we like to watch like the
And we're halfway hoping that another Kanye thing happens again.
And normally we go past the people talking.
Yeah, we just want to know
We'll
who
wait
wins
until they're
what.
like, okay, next blah 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 is performing. We'll
That's
be back.
true. Yeah,
We'll be back then.
Yeah. So we didn't watch, and that was actually one of the nights that we've gotten to bed early. So I was just on Reddit, and then I just see all these memes, all these things coming. I was like, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of Chris Rock on the Oscars, and I was like, what? And that was literally just the rest of the night was only that on Reddit. It was like, yeah, this happened. This just happened.
Yeah, a lot of people were
and
like.
And then obviously the next day people were
it
making
was
memes.
Fake.
Yeah. But it was just very funny because I was just like, okay, so what happened?
Yeah, we missed the good stuff.
We missed all the good stuff. And then all my coworkers were like, yeah, we were watching the Oscars, and then they just cut off. And then somebody looked it up, and Australia, they didn't. I think it was Australia. Australia, they didn't censor it, and so we watched it with that, and I was like, okay, this is wild. This is I don't know what's gonna happen with I'm subscribed to Will Smith on YouTube. Like, what do I have to unsubscribe to him? I feel like he's still
for his bad behavior.
I feel like he's still like. I understand when people have a lapse in judgment, right? Or like they're just going out of pure emotion and things like that. And like I don't want to. I mean, obviously, what he did was not the right thing to do. But it's like, I don't know, like it sucks too because you're like, okay, well you're like, oh, that's a good celebrity right there. He's a good celebrity. He
seems like a good person.
He seems like a good person and hanging out, and then is like, but I don't know, like I've heard that there was beef. Allegedly there was beef between
the three of them, right?
Yeah, Chris Rock, all of the three of them anyway. So, but it's just wild because you're like watching this thing where there's literally thousands of celebrities in one room, right? They're all the bougiest of the bougiest. They're all just sitting in a chair, doing all this stuff in the banquet halls and everything. I think the thing that people are most disappointed is because Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are supposed to be the example of like black excellence. Yeah. And then
but they've been trashed since she came out with her boyfriend.
Well, she came out with her entanglement.
When entanglement said that, oh yeah, like we're together.
Right.
She's bought me this, she's bought me that, she put me through rehab.
Right. Has August, whatever his name, actually I think they stopped talking after that, right?
Yeah, she broke up with him.
Yeah.
After it was too public.
Yeah.
And people were like, this is the whole relationship.
He probably regrets that. He was like, oh no, nobody's paying for my shit.
Yeah, I'm sure. Also, he's not friends with Jaden anymore. Her son.
That's so crazy
So then that's also money.
Friend.
You know what I mean? Because he's probably paying for shit.
Oh yeah, he's probably gonna try to write a book or something.
I think they said I was watching something. I think he's gonna come out with a tell-all. About.
Gotta do it.
That situation.
I mean, at that point, it's kind of crazy because it's like, yes. So sometimes people just your talent is being a celebrity, and it's like what happens when you ruin that for yourself.
Right.
You're like, okay, so I'm just gonna be, all right. So everybody loves drama. I'm gonna make sure that I can be on top of this drama, and then get money from that drama, that kind of thing. I feel like that's what he's at now. It's like, I feel like celebrities who, except for Mel Gibson, apparently, I think he's still doing stuff, even though everybody's heard that that voicemail, which is wild. I don't know if you've heard that voicemail.
Which one is it?
He's like yelling at his ex-wife, and he's being extremely racist.
I think I've heard it.
Yeah, it's very wild. Yeah, like it's yeah, but he's still doing everything. So I guess it blew over. He's too much of a yeah, I heard that too. He's too big of a movie star for that. But anyway, I don't know. That just the entire slap saga, the entire thing, and it's gonna be interesting seeing. There's gonna be a whole year from now. They're gonna be talking about jokes all the way up until the next Oscars. The next Oscars, I feel like there's gonna be a joke being like, "We have extra security. Nobody walk up here now."
Well, I saw one thing, a TikTok, it was of another award show shortly after that, and they were like, "Please, if you do not like a joke, refrain in your seat. Do not come up and slap anyone or do anything harmful to another person. We will not allow that here."
I was thinking about it too. I was like, so obviously these things have a lifespan and everything like that. But I'm like, how long do you think it's gonna take for this to like blow over? Because people are still talking about Kanye walking up on Taylor Swift and being like,
but not as much. But
I'm gonna let you finish. Yeah, go ahead. I am gonna let you finish. Actually, go ahead.
They still talk about, but it's not as much. And with him, they're already in, the limelight because Jada keeps talking about their marriage and like putting him on blast, like saying he's not like good in bed or she's never been pleased by him. That's why they have an open marriage. Like you're belittling your husband, and then you like want to be like, we're the power couple.
Yeah, I do feel.
But he's trash, and I don't even want to be with him. But it's easier just to keep him because divorce is just so much more. You know what I mean? I
feel, I
that's what it is right now for them. It's like divorce is much more than just keeping a marriage.
That's crazy. And I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I just, that whole situation makes me, It's like seeing some, like an idol, like somebody you look up to, and somebody you potentially had idolized, you know? It's like meeting your heroes, but not actually. It's like being
the version. Well,
he's being belittled by his own wife.
Yeah,
and she doesn't think that it's that nothing. She doesn't think anything of it.
Yeah,
and it's like the definition of like a narcissist.
Yeah,
and it's, I don't know. It just It just, I don't know. Yeah.
Thanks for coming to our celebrity TED Talk.
Yeah, we everybody had to have a take on the slap, right? And that was our take 3 weeks later. I don't even know how long it's been.
We talk about it every day since that happened, but
we've been trying to analyze it like everybody else, and like trying to figure out what it means to us and what it feels like to us. But
yeah, this is gonna be a kind of a short episode this time. But
we're trying to work it out.
Yeah, but thanks for maybe watching. Hopefully thank you for listening. Share with friends and family. Subscribe. Follow us on our Instagram.
Yes, we're doing a lot more on Instagram now. So if you want reminders for the podcast, if you want
Libatious Podcast.
The Libatious at Libatious Podcast on Instagram. We are.
That's it for now.
If you
do have a Twitter, but we don't do Twitter. But
not really. If you have questions for us, email us
they can just do it on Instagram.
You can do it on Instagram. You can DM us.
Please write.
DM us.
Right.
I can't even do it.
Please rate, and subscribe. Share with friends and family. Thank you for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.